Greetings, all praising the King. So we just almost thought we were done with this pedophile rally protest, finally. Unfortunately, now from reviewing it, there's been more infiltration. Not surprisingly. The one just saved now was 4 hours ago, or 42 minutes ago rather. It took about 3 hours and some change. This one that we have is the sound has been manipulated. So this is the 115 we just viewed. So basically it's muted at the moment, taken off mute. You hear little clicks. Now these clicks are very subtle. Yet they're there. And to anyone listening, they would be annoying. So this goes to show how another way of how these videos are being manipulated. Very sneaky. This is something, if you bring it up in public, people are going to point their fingers and call you crazy. But unfortunately, that's the case, and because people aren't willing to sit down and see for themselves, well, that's their problem. So what we've done, we've saved additional files, this one going back to August, in which, as I stated, most of the work for these protests was done way back when. Unfortunately, the monkeys wait until the end, until they do their mischief. So you can do all the work up front, but when you go to save it in the end, if they put little clicks in it or turn the volume down or mess with the visual, all these things that have been done, they've added parts because they try to make you look egotistic and whatnot. They turn the volume up, try to make you look obnoxious. Look, nobody's here like myself. It's not pretending to be perfect. But what we're trying to do is trying to say we're getting ripped off, and basically this is a war. We're under attack. This is cyber warfare, for one, and we are under attack economically, and so on and so forth. If you need any additional information, please visit rasreaps, rasreaps. Your view may not be counted. Nevertheless, we would love to be able to share what we know. Now, so what we're doing is we're taking this old sound file, which is dated from November, coupled with this August file, and we're going to attempt to fix this sound to keep these clicks out and document it as we do. Greetings, all praise the King. More documentation of monkey business. We're seeing volume being turned off entirely in parts. I've added this sound right here. If I play it without the sound.
That man trying to touch you with his eyes. That's what I'm saying.
Sounds off here. So we've added the sound. Unfortunately, the timing isn't perfect. That's kind of how it goes.
A horn dog. Here's a horn dog. He couldn't get enough.
No, As you can hear that there's a small click where it switches over. That's because, you know, this sound. So it's kind of how it works. Try our best to make it as it was. Also, right here in this part, they've also took the sound out.
It's time to be suspicious.
So, we're going to keep working to try to find, you know, the missing pieces. We've done some work today. Here's some of the work that we've had to do to fix the problems. Basically, we're having to add all new original pieces. Yeah, from the raw videos. Trying to make it a little better. That's usually what the goal is. When we have to spend time, try to make it a little bit more interesting.
Manifested domestic and grow the economy. Oh, wait a minute, they're all up in arms now. They say no. We need the international trade. That's what they're saying now.
So corrections have been made. Took all day. Here's some of the stuff we did. This is all new stuff. Had to put in there to correct the monkey mischief. This is the file that was messed with. So we put sound down in the parts where there was a clicking noise, and we had to make several adjustments, one of which at the end there was no sound. You know, it's explained, you know, these videos aren't just random. They tell a story. If you listen closely and put the words together, it should make sense as to what's happening. Most people, I hope, would like to know what's going on around them. Well, to myself it's very obvious, and I hope that it's obvious to you. So what we're doing now is we're go ahead and try to save this just as a sound file. And notice, let's call this the pedo monkey sound new. It's taking a while to save, so there's probably some kind of infiltration. Best thing to do is to document, you know, because if you don't, if people don't know what's going on, they're going to look at you like you're crazy. It seems that people just didn't realize that these machines were able to be accessed. They thought that they were just toys that people got and that they had to themselves. This is like $1. You don't own it. You're just using it. The people behind the scenes are behind the scenes for a reason. They would like for you not to know that they're there. If you play hide and seek and a person sees you, you're out. This is the third bootleg of the pedophile rally. It was done way back when. most of the work, probably 95% of it, was done shortly after the rally. Unfortunately, as in some of the other protests, Ross has been unable to upload them because of the monkey. Lately, the latest errors detected were some small clicks within the video, similar to a scratched CD, not skipping, yet distorted, as well as turning the volume down, completely off in some cases, as well as the visual, making it low quality. Now, if you follow this work, you'll know the wording is almost everything. The words that are put together will tell the story. This is the particular story of this exercise. It's been going on for about 4 years to try to increase voter attendance to give legitimacy to the democracy. Now, Ross is offering $1,000 cash money from Target Benjamins for anyone that can assist in keeping the monkey at bay. This computer, purchased off Craigslist, was never connected to the internet from Ross's, and the other computers, they're all being infiltrated as of several years. So the only logical conclusion is that it's being done through the air. The satellites are used to pick up these Wi-Fi signals. These are working similar to the smart devices. The signals are sent to satellites, which are just codes in binary that are intercepted and can be manipulated. They can also be manipulated live from what Ross has determined. So this is another indication. This is, even though the computer is maybe 10 years old, Dell Optiplex 755, it was already being built with these Wi-Fi capabilities. If anyone has the ability to think, they could come to the determination that these machines are built to be accessed externally for this purpose. This is similar to incarceration, whereas people that haven't been through it don't know what it's like. So you could not expect them to agree with you on these points. And as a matter of fact, they probably think you're crazy, which could be part of the design. Nevertheless, Ross is going to continue to protest and continue to report as a publication company and a member of the press. All this content is owned by the king under the king's rule and is not subject to copyright under any inferior governments, including the United States. Enjoy.
Jeff Green, who's the Democrat willing to take on career politicians in both parties to get results for us? Jeff Green.
Career politicians had their chance. I wanted a great job, get things done, and put Florida first. I'm Jeff Green, and I approve this message.
What is it this opposition represents? How are we supposed to believe this opposition is any different? Welcome. Enter into here. The pedophile will be out momentarily. Pedophile is scheduled for 7 o'clock. Everyone enter into here. Pay your $6. You know, it's getting cheaper and cheaper now for children. Hello? You know, the guy lives in the same neighborhood. He's a billionaire. You are being fooled. How many promises do these people make? How many promises do these people deliver on? Who is their opposition? Who is adversary to this cause? None other than themselves. Because they've manufactured a scenario. They've manufactured a spectacle to make you believe that things are going your way. To make you believe that there is hope. Look at the statistics. Look at the numbers. The numbers will show you what the results are. You know, the guy lives in the same neighborhood. He's a billionaire.
He has a bullhorn.
Yeah.
That's what I ask you, man. You obviously not something for it, right?
Hello? Clued in? Have you got clued in? It's the same thing every year. And this is setting the precedent for more of these capitalist bloodsuckers.
Billionaire.
No,
Okay. What do you hate about Trump so much?
I don't hate people. He's self-made.
He's a fucking self-made billionaire. He's a fucking self-made billionaire.
Oh, what do you disagree about Trump?
Do you like pedophiles?
Fucking self-fucking-made. He don't need you, your fucking country, your fucking cunt-fucking Democrats. He don't need a fucking thing.
No, I don't like pedophiles, man. How is someone pedophile? Exactly.
Well, let's just start with his buddy Jeffrey Epstein.
He's a self-made fucking billionaire. Don't hate.
Look up. No, Trump says he's a great guy. You don't think he was born with money?
Don't
You don't
hate.
think he was born with
I
money?
fought.
Look it. The whole thing is that you can smell this guy from a mile away.
What?
Look it. You don't think he was born with money?
No, he wasn't born with money.
It's overbearing. You can see when a pedophile is coming. You can see him. You can see him, and you can spot him. Just use your senses. You got 5 of them. I guarantee any 5 of those bitches will tell you when you're dealing with a pedophile. Okay.
You're fucking bro.
All right. There they go. Donald J. Trump.
How do you feel about
Pedophile.
How do you feel about Donald J. Trump?
He is the feces of the world classes. So the guy's violent. They get a little booze in them, they get a little bruise. They get a little booze, they get a little bruise. If they think the police are going to protect them, they know the police ain't going to Who's gonna win in November? We are.
That's the one. He went into the synagogue on the Sabbath day, stood up to read, and he was handed the book, prophet Isaiah. When he opened the book, he found the place where it was written, "The Spirit of the Lord is upon me, because he has anointed me to preach
Three tidings to the poor. The Spirit of Lord
He has
come upon I,
heal the
to
brokenhearted,
heal the brokenhearted,
proclaim liberty to the captives,
yes, deliverance to the captives.
and recovery
In this country, where there are more people incarcerated than any other land in the United States. Why? Why?
Hear the Lord.
Because of commerce. The system of rule. The system of rule that Christ came to oppose. The Christ came to oppose as he called those benefactors of the kings out. He called them out. He called them out because he could see. He could see what the results were. He didn't have to wait to listen for someone to tell him. No. He saw with his own eyes. Even when there wasn't the kind of information that's available today. That man could still see. He could see. 13 years right here. State or federal? Florida? He's blessed. So he has tasted from the fruit of our vine. The fruit of our vine to bring life and to bring life in abundance. Let us wait and be patient for the purpose of Lord is revealed unto those. What are we waiting for man to tell us now? What is man going to promise us today? What is man going to tell us? What line are we going to be fed? What is on the plate? Tainted meat. Tainted and tempted with the poison of lust, of greed, of jealousy. That man possesses within his heart. That man possesses within his heart. Because deep down, he knows it's the end. It's the end of the Lord for that man. Today he may be glorified. Tomorrow, that man is cast. That man is cast away. To be brought into remembrance no more. To be brought into remembrance no more.
Hey, hey! Ho, ho! Donald Trump has got to go! Hey, hey! Ho, ho! Donald Trump has got to go! Hey, hey! Ho, ho! Donald Trump has got to go! Hey, hey! Ho, ho! The Muslim communities are under attack! What do we do? When women's rights are under attack, what do we do? When LGBT rights are under attack, what do we do? What do we do? I don't think I can hear you. What do we do?
He's
No, I just want to ask you a question.
Go ahead.
Okay, so who will be a better president, Mickey Mouse or Donald Trump?
Who would be a better president, Mickey Mouse or Donald Trump? Now, wait a minute. Is this hypothetical? Who do they want you to think? Oh, yeah. Does anyone think Mickey Mouse should be a president? People, it is time. It is time to think. It is time to think about the situation. Don't let them do the thinking for you. Are you going to let them do the thinking for you? How many years have you been doing that? And where has it gotten you? It is not time to let them do the thinking for you. They are part of the same network. They have the same interests. They benefit off of the same game. Is it not time for checks and balance? Checks and balance. That's what grace is. That's balance. Man's balance in the bicycle right here. That's grace. Is it time? Put things into perspective. You say it, you smell it, you hear it, you believe it. You believe it. Pedophile. What is it that he has glorified? What is it that he has glorified? Other than himself and his own selfish ways. Oh yes, he shall be cast. Oh yes, as the mire shall wash away, so shall he perish, and his name shall perish with him.
What is that about? I'm suing. I bought into the Volusia County, man. The sheriff and cocaine trafficker. He built a network. Volusia County they started out moonshine, and then they discovered crack cocaine, and they were undercover Daytona FBI. It goes way back. Every time I mention law enforcement, everybody knows about the CIA trafficking cocaine under Reagan, and then the reporter that wrote the book and had 2 bullets in the back of his head, suicide kind of thing. So this is what this is about. And what Trump says about the deep state corruption and the evil, he's exactly right. And the media is all tied together, and he's up against them. They set him up, and they're targeting him because they know he's a threat.
You don't really believe Trump.
Huh?
You don't really believe Trump and the FBI are against each other.
Yeah, they do. They do. No, I know it.
No, but how would he get into a position as the FBI was against
God.
him? You know what I mean?
God. You know, I wrote to the president. I told him he's a man sent from God to purge Satan from the government.
Hey, ho, Donald Trump has got to go. For the people of Florida, we're getting it up Jeff Green. It's going to happen in this November. He's gone. We're done with him. We're done with Rick Scott. We're done with these guys. Bill Nelson's going back to the Senate. Thank you all for being here. We're doing it together. Thank you.
Is that all you got? Is that it?
We don't get it. We don't get it.
How are you going to shut it down? How are you going to shut it down? Hey, ho. That won't shut it down, yo. You're going to have to come with something a little bit more severe. A little ounce of sincerity is needed. You know, you got people blocking the highways. Basically, you got to stop commerce flow. Because that's the lifeblood of these capitalists, industrialists, bloodsuckers. Who put the law in place? You've got to stop their capital. You've got to cost them. Make them come to the table.
Families being separated. Is that what they're calling?
Tell them, we won't compromise. We're not getting any compromise. Everything is their way. Everything is their way.
We're living now in a country where our government cares more about profits than people.
What are people being fed? They're looking at their screen and they're being fed information. They're being fed information for a reason. Oh, come on, I hear that every time. What are you in Palm Beach? Rastafari, the creator of heaven and earth. That's what my stance is. And I'm standing strong. All men are being cast down. And the ruler will reign. The ruler will reign. Jamaica awaits your appearance. Jamaica gladly receives you.
Hey, hey.
It's a wealth transfer. Look, we got the money, and you don't. That's what happened.
Okay, this is a big rally. We're here to fight Donald Trump.
What's that all about? I saw the cover-up going on.
Oh, we ain't got nothing to worry about. We ain't got nothing to hide. That's all part of an exercise. It's a conditioning process. It's a conditioning process. Look, these people got together and they realized we ain't right. We ain't right. You know, there's a possibility that others might figure out. Just like this man, he's the intimidator. He's trying to condition fear in your heart. He's trying to condition fear in your heart because then he can make you do what he tells you to do.
I'm shitting you. This is big.
David, you believe it? What about? Big time. Big time. There's more. They went down. They went down. Just like I'm telling you a story. The man, they call themselves Hebrew. Yet they devise their own schemes. They devise their own schemes, not based on the real Father, yet on their own. Their own way, their own ambition. Yes, there's lust, the drive their bodies in a direction. And what direction are they headed? Are they headed in the direction of the master? You have to get educated to find out what it is this process. You have to become educated so that you can compel others not to glorify yourself, yet to glorify the truth and to bring the truth. Or are they headed in the direction of the beast? Yeah, man, he's up to something and they want to know what it is. We start paying attention to the bad man of the beast. What has happened? Can't you see? Now you're being shown on the
constantly reminding, going on and on, saying denigrating things such as these are not people,
See
these
that
are
arrow?
animals, and how Nigerians should go back
Which
to
way
their
is it
country.
pointed?
And so many more and much more disgusting things I dare not read. It is so much harder for men, women, and children who have left their homes behind in hopes of better life to find homes and jobs. I'm sure you are all aware of what has happened at the border to the families. The families are being ripped apart.
Again, it's time to start to think. You know how they teach you to say, put on your thinking cap. It's time to put on your thinking cap, man. You ain't gonna get what you're looking for here. You ain't gonna deliver. You ain't gonna deliver. Come on in. Welcome. Protocol will be on stage, 7 o'clock. That's why there's so many children forced into the sex trade. Protocol come, 7 o'clock. Welcome. Florida State Fairgrounds. Because they're hiding. They're hiding their operations. Because of complicated. 7 o'clock, yep, 7 o'clock on stage. These are members of what you can call the world class. Keep your children to yourself. When you're dealing with the institutional framework, this is the same concept derived from the Roman rule.
buy their way in.
This is the land of Shinar, Babylonia. To seek glory unto themselves. As in the tower, they were built to reach the heights because they thought they could achieve the power. If you didn't know, the most segregated place on the planet is the prison. Now, why do you think the prison is the most segregated place? Why do you think penitentiary is the most segregated place? Or maybe because the people got together and they get together against why are you hating? They can tell the good. They can tell the good, but one time is it when we look at the numbers. When you look at the results, that's when you can make an adequate determination. Wait a minute. I'm on the bottom. So is he. So is she. So is 99.9.9% of them. But they ain't. They ain't. And they ain't for a reason. People, don't you remember the program? What would the pilgrims think if they saw start to prioritize and set goals to achieve that which you seek to accomplish? They saw what was happening. What would the pilgrims think? Them are the original.
Hold on, Nate. They're associated with each other. They know. That's how they could get up. That's how they benefit. They keep their network click tight. And they leave everyone else out, excluded. Because there's only so much to go around. Or they say, hey, we're superior. We got a brain on our shoulders. And we're going to use it. This is God's gift. Everyone else must suffer. And yet, how have they chosen to follow God's law? God's divine plan. And it's not all filthiness, ever flows, my man, you really got to learn to speak the gospel without reading from that smartphone. I got a hard copy in my car. I got a hard copy. You know what's up with that smartphone? It's being tapped every single way. You know, it's giving power to some. Who? Don't ask me. I ain't the one. I didn't inherit the power from the advanced technology. Somebody did. Somebody found it out. They found out what you were thinking, and they found out what the other guy was thinking, and then they put it together. They said, that's a trend. We'll stay ahead of that curve, then they won't see us. Ain't that right? You know, we're all trying to catch up to find out what's going on. And as soon as we get there, oh, there they go. Busted up around that curve. That's how they come with aggression. It might have to take some aggression. It might have to take some aggression. found out she wasn't going to jail, did you think about it and say, maybe we'll be fooled? Maybe we'll be fooled.
our community, trying to push their views, we need to be there, right there resisting. We need to let them know that we don't own them. We don't have no faith. We are working with our people. The system is vandalism. The system is vandalism. If you look around, you notice that to some people this is a joke. And the reason why it's a joke is because a lot of them grew up entitled. They don't know anything else but entitlement. A lot of the people never had to struggle, so they don't know what it's like to live paycheck to paycheck. So of course they're not going to feel like the average worker. They're not. This is the game to them. This is just an extension of the reality show that was on TV a couple of years ago to them. What do we want? What do we want it? What do we want? What do we want it? What do we want? What do we want it? If we don't get it, 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 and if we don't get it.
You're pondering on the situation and you're thinking, wait a minute. I'm on the bottom. So is he. So is she. So is 99.9% of them. But they ain't. They ain't. And they ain't for a reason. They ain't for a reason. And it's called the structure. It's called the structure. Look at these people got together and they realized we ain't late. We ain't late. You know, there's a possibility that others might figure out what we're up to. It ain't working. Same party, same class, structure.
Take notice.
There's a possibility others might figure out how it works.
And you know what?
So they say, wait, we gotta pretend.
He's an outsider.
We gotta pretend. They're all over, ma'am.
And the fact that they're targeting him confirms to me.
Not even where you can't see them. You gotta pretend and make people feel like something's working for them.
I got protection.
Who got one next? I'm going to round 3. Who goes round 3? Ah! You know, do or die. You win, you get a crumb. You lose, you pass out. Exhausted. You know, despair. You know, heat. You're gonna faint. You're gonna stop against your brother on the bottom, right down the neighborhood. For what? What are you doing? What is your expectation?
Can I get a picture?
Yeah.
Sweet.
A picture. You guys support Trump? You know he's a pedophile. Alright. You gotta be careful with these guys because they always come off like they're decent people.
I would not want to be around him. I would not. I think he might be crazy.
Yeah. That man trying to touch you with his eyes.
That's what I'm saying.
That man, he couldn't keep himself together. He's what you might call a horn dog. He's a horn dog. He couldn't get enough. You see him? With those pictures with his daughters, you know what's on his mind. This could be a determining factor. Are they incentivized? Are they incentivized? Oh, they are. It's time to be suspicious. You know what's happening though, folks? Is you're being deceived. You're being deceived into thinking that these institutions are adversary to the pedophile. You're being deceived. I was just talking to a man out there. You might have seen his truck, FBI, this and that. I was talking to him. You know, he was thrilled, but he was being deceived. He was being deceived because he thought that the FBI was against the pedophile.
Is he sin-free? No, brother. He's not sin-free. Is he part of this deep state? No, he's not.
Isn't the FBI supposed to take track of who's making money? And the fact that he got so wealthy, that might make you start to realize, wait a minute, they ain't opposed to each other. It's a stage. You are in the process of conditioning. What would the pilgrims think? What would Brother Brown? they conquered the natives of the land, and they decided this is ours.
They buy their way in.
Now you gotta buy from us. It's being information for a reason. Oh, come on, I hear that every time. What do you in Palm Beach? Please. When you start to factor in those realities, when you start to factor in that existence, that truth, they're actors, they're getting paid, they're incentivized. Folks, you are in the process of conditioning.
You see what I'm saying? So I've got military, I've got Civil Air Patrol,
And exercise a sophisticated operation. Some of them might call it a psychological. Did you know?
They tipped off the colonels like they did me. They tried killing me.
Did you know?
Killed him like a dog on the street. See, but I'm armed.
Oh yeah, it's working for you. Many versions get a butterfly pop when the pedo pops his baby.
Military is investigating the FBI, brother. I called up the Department of Defense. I says the FBI is a threat to national security.
But there's some real checks and balances going on over here.
They're not allowed to get involved domestically because of constitutional implications.
You notice they masters drafted their constitution?
Look them up.
Everyone enter into here. Pay your $6. You know, it's getting cheaper and cheaper now for children in the sex trade. $6. You're on the end. It's a different world. Money.
I think they tried to abduct me because they tried to sneak up on me. And I heard them, and I got 9mm Beretta, and I gave the chamber unlocked, and I went click, pop, and they ran.
So they made their incentive the pursuit of their own.
They come at me. They would try sneaking. I don't know if they tried, you know, if they kill me, what they do is they'll have to take you and hide your body. You know, they kill you and expose your body.
A psyop. Yeah, it might be a little strong, but that's what's happening. That's what's happening. And who is leading? Who is leading the way? Where are these leaders? Where are the men with vision?
Just clicking it almost feels like this. It's like a resistance, you know. It's really difficult to explain, but you know, the military has done research and they know the physiological effects of jamming these computers. They basically send so many signals to the computer at once that it slows the device down. And that's the effect that you have. It's like almost like a struggle just to move something. It's real slight, but there's a struggle. When it's freed up, it's not going to have a struggle. Now you notice I just finished moving something to a memory stick. It still is just as slow, you know. So it's not like the computer's, you know, doing anything down here. There's nothing going on. Now this is open. Now this is a problem because this, as we explained, is, you know, made to be externally accessed by police, so-called law enforcement. But regardless, these people can get onto your machine. Doesn't matter what kind of software you have. That's how these machines are built. And so you'll notice that if you're being watched, your computer's just not being freed up. Now, as explained, that's just jamming it. They can watch you without jamming it. But what they're doing is jamming it. And what they've done recently is they've taken the jammer off and then applied it again. And therefore, you know, you don't get used to the effect. You know, it's like any operator of a machine. If you do it on a daily basis, day in and day out, you get used to a particular process that you use. And, you know, it could be unique to yourself. But like if that machine changes, let's say you're a bagger, and you got to put the bag on the spout. Well, if every other week the spout moves. You see? You can't do it with your eyes closed no more. If you type, you can type real fast. But what if the letters move? You know, the W's where the D is, and the D's where the T is. So, this has a physiological effect that they've determined, and that's why they're pushing people to serving this beast, which is the second one. You know? And that's this artificial intelligence. Because everything that we do is being monitored and recorded for a reason. It's going into the database. It then judges who we are. This is like when they say machines don't make mistakes. It's supposed to be the ultimate judge, like God. Everything has been declared in Revelation that this would be. Yet this is not even the first beast, because what gave this thing its initiative was man's rule